I think there probably is a good view of your ass crack, which will
attract its own subscribers.
What's that website?
Oh, Grindr! I'll put it on Grindr.
Oh, not Grindr. But well, you can pay private individuals for videos.
Oh, OnlyFans.
That's it, OnlyFans.
Looking me with this fucking thing.
Oh, you got knee replacements.
Yeah, 2 knees and 1 hip so far.
Motorcycle crash or just age?
Just old. Yeah, old and osteoporosis.
Well, I got more than you.
Yeah, they were always joking now that when I clog it, they're going to take me down and weigh me in the scrap man.
I should imagine by the end of my life I'll be worth a fair bit to Scrapman too. I'll join you. We could be Scrap Me buddies.
4 candles. 4 candles.
I still think we should do an introduction of impersonating Sir, what's his name?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. You're here in half Somerset, looking for the indigenous rhino.
That's just because that's the only voice you can do.
That is not true. I can do Marvin the Martian.
Where's the earth shattering kaboom? Oh. Yeah, it's not the weld. It's actually. I have to take those off and give them a bit of a grinding. Can you take those 2 off? We'll have to do the same on my side as well. We need to get that clearance right first before we.
Just check they haven't, tramped across the road out there or anything like that. I got paranoia after what you said. Yeah.
I raided Chuck Norris's fridge. That's what he drinks. That's his power drink. Omicron. Oh yeah. Oh dear. Aha!
Oh, there
Aha! Oh, that's it. Work stops.
There
Work stops.
Pardon?
I said, there it is. Work stops.
Oh, he's got his glasses on. He's got his very short.
Ronnie Corbett glasses.
Okay. Is it okay to see or is it not? Oh. Okay.
Full candles?
Go make your own point. No, you've got to do it. Come on. Can't have you sitting there doing nothing. What is it? Have a nice Christmas.
4 candles? More to the point, did you fix?
Oh, the teeth already. And then the coast on again. Oh, that's the master. So about the amount of money you throw in. I don't know why you can buy a new one. You can afford a brand new one for the amount of money it's cost. Generators and oil. £600, £700, £800.
Well over £1,000.
Well over, you could have bought another
It was
car.
very nearly £2,000. Yeah, but you wouldn't have bought, you wouldn't have bought a 2009. That was the point. Is what was left in that car was about £1,000 basically. With the blown engine, you had about £1,000 worth of value. So it was still worth £2,000 to repair it. We wouldn't have replaced it for that money. We would have had to spend £3,000 to replace it. So I had a car that was worth, and by putting another £2,000 in it, yes, ultimately we now have a £5,000, £3,000 car, but them's the brakes. But you did the same. You blew up the engine of your Mini, which meant your Mini was worth sod all, wasn't it? Have you seen what Dave's up to out there? Have you seen what Dave's up to out there?
He's getting video.
Large things. He's moving large things.
What?
With his digger.
He can't do nothing like that. He's not very good.
Yeah, well, he's doing it.
Yeah. So don't make it too obvious. Very hazardous. Where are you going?
There's only a very, very slight difference. That's strange. There's only a very slight difference in angle of those. And yet when they're up...
Maybe it's because the wheel's on this side.
No, it's not. It's definitely a different angle. Bring that one all the way up again.
Tell you what, put bar through and then put a level on it.
Yeah, we could do that, but I can do it this way. I can do it with angle gauge. Unless you go and make him a cup of tea, he is going to anally rake you. He will anally rake you unless you go and make him a cup of tea.
I'm worried. I've got him worried.
I'm
Look at
worried
the
now.
difference in the angle. Something's wrong. That's the difference in the angle when it's up.
That is a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It must be the length of the crevice. I must have cut the crevice down somehow.
Wait, let me have a look. Wait. There we go. Nick.
The four candles.
No.
No, I'm not doing him.
No.
I'm doing Arkwright.
He's died, isn't he? He died, didn't he?
Yeah,
He died over a year ago.
Arkwright did.
He's on this year's list. He wasn't there. I think it was January. No, he died. He lived in
Trigger's dead as well.
Sherborne.
I believe that.
Is it Sherborne?
Yeah, he lived in Sherborne. I've seen him in Sherborne. I live in Yeovil. So.
Oh, I thought he lived in something like.
Well, he was just outside of Sherborne.
Anyway, it's a shame. I quite like his funny as hell.
Yeah, where
His wife and
everybody gets
Yes.
on.
And he used to go, no.
Yes.
I don't look like that. No. Yeah. Everybody knows why, don't they? That's why he's popular.
I think it's the angle of the fulcrum there. The angle of that one. I think he's just a tiny bit, and it makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, look at this. This is a groove, small groove, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a small one for getting in small spaces and a big one for in big spaces. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. It's too technical for you. Far too technical for
So
you.
you're doing a little bit. This is
That's for when you want to get into a small area, and the other one, the big one, for when you want to get into a big area.
You bought a quadrant.
You're very confused, aren't you?
Yes, you bought
It's
one.
confusing.
One.
You bought a new dust. You brought a different dust pan and brush, and he's completely confused now.
We've got a green.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you? You know what's going to happen now? He's going to shit on the floor now. He's going to shit on the floor because you bought a new brush.
We've got a green one. What's the green?
Go on, drop your trousers and go for a shit on the floor. That's what my dog does when I move something. No, yes.
Look at this green one. This is a very nice.
I'd say the average card at this point.
No, yes.
I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. I can't tell you how impressed I am.
Holy crap. I bought a new brush and that's it. It's completely destroyed his brain.
Let me get in there. Let me get in there.
I'm going to have to give you tomorrow for free, aren't I? I can see. I can see I am going to. It's just going to be a day of it today.
I need your details.
Yeah, for backs. I'll give you that. Right. So what we have now, besides a complete lunatic over there, what we have now is a strange difference in angle. Oh, he'll tire himself out. He'll tire himself out in a minute. And he'll put himself in his bed. Bed. This is Steve Rose. This is the infamous Steve Rose. Very popular around this area.
Right, I'm going to go around here and see where the teddy bear postman spot.
He is a man.
He's
He's a man. He is a man who generally drives down the high street of Chard and people throw things at him.
Really?
Because he has a Ferrari Testarossa and he drives. Yes, he drives.
Steve's told me all about
He
this.
drives down through the centre of Chard in his Testarossa and people throw things at him. Isn't that right, Steve? Isn't that right, Steve? Steve,
Don't come in here, you're not allowed in here.
what happened the last time you drove down the high street of Chard in your Testarossa?
Everybody threw Coke cans at me.
Coke cans at him.
You bastard.
All the druggies in
All
Chard.
the druggies saying, I hate you, Rose, because you've got loads of money.
I hate that man.
Yeah, he's got a £100,000 Testarossa and I hate him. Let's all throw things at him. No, I can't.
We aren't going to get anything done today.
I'm not. Well, I just put the fuel tank off. That's all I wanted. Get that wiring sorted. I can put the dash back together. Wait a minute. To check. Well, I don't know if you're going to grind anything.
We have to feed him. We have to feed him 2 cups of tea and then he'll go.
2 cups.
Yeah, 2 cups of tea and then he'll go. We might as well stop for lunch.
No, don't come in here. You're not welcome.
Why? What are you up to in there? Oh God, anal sex again, isn't it? He used to come in and rape Moggy, but now Moggy's not here anymore. He's obviously taken a fancy to Paul.
No.
Is he raping you, Paul? Is he anally raping you?
What are we doing? We having another cup of tea?
I guess.
I thought so. There we are. We might need a bigger kettle. It's all good, isn't it? Everything's good. There's a sweetie pie there. Who's that? Look at that one.
That's Lola, my
She's nice.
my
Pie, isn't she?
granddaughter.
Should buy a present. Christmas?
No, never give children presents.
Oh God, no.
No, they'll expect them next year if you do that.
Of course you did.
Of course I bloody did.
What do you do with that strange thing?
Filming strange people at the moment.
What's that? NCP?
NPC,
NPC.
non-player
We're
character.
making a non-player.
I think that's what we're doing. We're making a non-player character video. Dave is playing on his digger. He's diggering. He's diggering today. Well, that's beside the point.
The last time you did it, very bad things happened, actually.
Bad things always happen when
My
you
van is parked in a questionable position.
Oh, is it near him?
Yes.
That right one straight outside the door.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, that's what I said.
He gets the left and the other left and right. You know, he gets that.
If he writes it off, we're actually doing me a favour. Because I have this gap.
No.
I'm telling you, I'm not joking.
It's a shame that bloke's died. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
Jim in
Jim. Yeah, no, but what's his name?
Vicar Diddley.
I don't know, we have to Google it.
I did. I better. Also, something who died that was very upsetting for me personally was the coloured guy in UB40.
Yes, Astro.
Astro.
Yes,
Yeah.
Astro died.
We found that out, didn't we?
Yes,
And
we did.
Jethro as well.
And Jethro died,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jethro
It's been a
died.
shitty 2021, isn't it?
Or is it all COVID, is it? Or
Not all
No.
Jim from
Jethro allegedly was COVID.
Jethro, was Jethro COVID?
Allegedly.
Yeah, but he died, you know, he probably died of something else. I mean, he was a heavy drinker, wasn't he? And a smoker.
Well, of course it
Jethro.
was,
Yeah. I never met him, but I went to what's it called, the place in the Oval? The Octagon. We went and watched him at the Octagon. Well, I say we went and watched him at the Octagon. I forgot to take my glasses, and we're right on the back row. So I saw a very small. I saw a very small man.
Very nice of you.
It was like looking at, for me, it was like looking out of the bloody window on an aeroplane.
Jim Trott.
Jim Trott, that's his name.
No.
I like the other one, the tall one that played the farmer in that.
Vicar of Dibley.
Don't worry, Dolly Knockers, I'll marry you.
That's it.
He was fucking...
That was the one, wasn't it?
Was its name Pack, was it? Something Pack?
He was a good bloke.
That was actually his name. I thought that was his name in the,
Who was the other one?
in Vicar of
Who was the
Dibley.
top?
He was Trigger as well, was he?
No, Trigger.
Trigger died.
That was
was
Lloyd
ages
Pack, isn't it? Somebody Lloyd Pack, isn't it?
Good couple of years he's been gone.
Yeah, Lloyd Pack. Somebody, is it John Lloyd Pack or something?
No.
Don't worry, Dolly Knockers, I'll marry you. That's what he used to say. Dolly Knockers.
My favourite episode of Vicar of Dibley is when she's walking along with that.
Oh, the guy's in the bloody puddle.
She goes in the puddle.
Did you see the Christmas one? Did you see the Christmas
Oh,
one?
I
I was going to watch
My
that.
wife loves it.
forgot.
She absolutely loves
Did you
it.
see? She did it again. She did it again. She thought she was trying to spy on this bloke who she fancied, who fancied her, and he got upset because it was her sister, his sister, and she thought it was him. Anyway, she thought, oh my God, he's going to see me. So he saw the pedal, and she jumped in the puddle again, and then she went underwater, and as they went by,
She stayed underwater
She put her
until
head
they
out.
gone past.
It's very funny as well. She's I've been here before.
Have you guys ever seen the Jurassic Farm having a round?
No, what's that?
I think this might be up Nick Street actually.
Not a lot up Nick Street.
Nothing's been up Nick Street.
I'm going to play this guy because he's
I
quite
generally
bloody
keep
funny.
me entrance for entrancing. I don't use it for exiting.
You don't.
No.
You're not allowed.
Not like you.
You're not allowing people, your friends, into your inner circle.
No. They can come into my inner circle, but not into my inner sanctum.
Is that right? What you want, you don't look well, Nick.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Because what you want to do is suck a fisherman's friend. That's what you want to do. Make you feel happy in every way.
Do you like fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you like fish sticks?
No, I don't. I don't like fish sticks.
Oh, that blew that joke then,
So
didn't
this
it?
is, no. You want to suck a fisherman's friend. That's what you want to do. And it makes you feel much happier. No. The old UB40 bloke, he was hysterical. He wasn't very clever. And who was the lead singer of UB40? What's his name?
Ali Campbell.
Ali Campbell. We have to look after him because there's numbers involved here. He used to say, you're all right, just do what we say. Right, we're all right, we'll do what you say. You go, yeah, I'm okay. I just scoot about and I'll do a little shuffle. He used to shuffle quite nicely, didn't he? He dancing. You know when you dance?
Who, Ali Campbell or Astro?
Astro. He had a lovely way of shuffling. He had like a little... It's like a fisherman's friend because you've always been a bit lonely, haven't you? Make you feel happy.
Do you get paid to suck fishermen's friends?
No, yeah, only if you've got a cold. Only if you've got a cold. You have to have a cold. And I think you look a bit peaky, Nick. In fact, peaky's been the first thing I thought when I saw you. Peaky. Peaky Nick. Peaky Nick.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
That's good, that Peaky Blinders. I can't wait for that to come back.
I think we've got a lot more to do, haven't we?
Of course they have.
They've done it all, haven't
They're
they?
still in the 20s.
I thought they've done it all, haven't they?
That's one series that every single series was just as good as the first series. That's unusual. I liked Sons of Anarchy, but that did get a little bit silly at the end. My son and I used to say, you know, how many people can possibly still be alive in Charming? They just keep killing them constantly.
They did that in the Walking Dead, didn't they? They get lots of people.
I didn't watch Walking Dead. That never appealed.
It was fucking awesome.
It was. I thought it was pretty brilliant.
It is.
We never watched it. We never watched it because Tracy doesn't like zombie films. She hates zombies.
More than that.
Yeah,
got beyond
but
zombies. It's because it was more a case of one group of human beings fighting another group of human beings. The zombies became just a nuisance.
Well, they were technically using them as well as a weapon.
Guess who lived in the same village as Natalie?
Not Blackfoot, it's before.
Guess who lived in the same village as Natalie?
And he said, and it's not easy to find.
Guess who lived in the same village as Natalie? Nick the Cage.
Nicholas Cage.
Nicholas Cage lived in Boltonsborough.
No.
Yeah.
Why would he bother?
He bought a house in Boltonsborough because he's a bit.
Hollywood.
Yeah, but he's a bit of a weirdo, isn't he? And they wanted to move to Glastonbury. they decided they were going to move to Glastonbury. So they did.
In all fairness,
They bought a house in Bollox.
He's one of those weird religious types, isn't he? Because he had it's all the
Scientologist.
That's it, Scientologist. He's a
Tom
Scientologist.
Cruise lives in the UK now. I think he's got a house in the UK.
But he was
He's got
with
houses
I
in
don't know who
every
he's with
fucking
now,
country,
but he
though,
was
isn't
with
he?
Wouldn't surprise me, but
Nicolas Cage was with some
Yeah,
woman, some English woman, wasn't she? And
Yeah.
they moved to Glastonbury and they were living in Boltsborough.
Well, he had a kid, and the kid died because he didn't want any medical intervention because he's a Scientologist, and he moved around. Him or her, I can't remember. Moved around all these different, like Scientologist pastor type people, and lo and behold, the child died.
Well, that's
And
the
he's still a
that's the
apologist.
tragic story of Bob Marley, isn't it? Bob Marley had a tumorous growth on his toe, and he was too paranoid to have it sorted out because he thought he wouldn't be able to play football because he, besides reggae, he absolutely loved football. He loved playing football,
No.
and he was paranoid that he wouldn't be able to play football if they removed his toe, and so he didn't get the cancer treated, and he ended up going to like homeopaths and all sorts of crystals and all that, you know, seers and that sort of. And eventually it metastasized and killed him. And by the time he actually went to get proper treatment,
Too late.
it had metastasized. It was only on his toe. He could have just had the growth removed, possibly saved the toe, had the growth removed, and he probably would have lived till, you know, he'd still be alive today.
Yeah, it's not bad on him still being alive today, but yeah.
It's a good possibility though, because that's a very curable cancer. If you catch melanoma early enough, well, it would have been for him with all his money.
Yes, I suppose that's a good point.
If he'd, you know, melanoma is treatable if you catch it early enough. Like if you go to the doctor and say I'm a bit worried about this mole, and they check it, and it proves to be an iffy mole, and they remove it, no cancer develops.
this is wonderful. This.
Yeah, my mother's had one taken off her shoulder, I think.
I didn't
I've
think
got
you.
some
I didn't
dodgy
think you
ones.
could afford this sort of thing. This is quality.
I
TV.
think you bought them, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I want you to keep the box special.
We like them very much, yeah. And what we do is we
Careful,
keep the box. We keep the box and we put cheap tea bags in it.
No, have you
So
done
that
that?
everyone,
Have you
yeah,
done-
yeah.
Oh no!
That's-
No,
you know
no,
what that is?
that's-
You know what that is? Tesco Yellow Pack.
Oh no! Don't
Yeah.
do that. I'll tell you what. I would you like me to fill this box?
Yes, please.
Because I bought 250 in a sack.
Yellow
Cheaper that
Tesco Yellow Pack.
No. No.
Try them. They don't taste too bad.
No.
Yes.
You haven't really polluted this. You have polluted it.
No, I haven't.
Thank you.
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I'm surprised he didn't go off on one.
It's sacrilege. Well, I can do if you
You
want.
know when you
I will
do-
if you want.
You know when you do the, you know when you do
No,
the wait a minute.
you're touching it. You're touching it. You said you wouldn't.
You know when they-
You said you wouldn't do it.
You know when you
You've
upload
done
the
it
video,
now,
you
you've
upload
done
the
it
video
now,
to
it's
YouTube
all
and it
over.
says, is there product placement in the video? No! No product placement!
Yeah, Phil Bean to be coming after you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's on them in Yorkshire Tea adverts.
I know he is. He's got
And he's not far from us.
quality. He is quality. Anyway, he came in by. I thought, my God, it's Sean Bean.
Oh, I told you about when Tracy and I were coming back from.
Near Blackford on the come on.
We were coming
Blackford
back
Road,
from.
Yeah.
just Blackford. You have to sort of dive off.
You literally dive off
We
to
were
the
coming
left.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's in there.
I know how to get
Oi,
it. I sold
we were
my
coming
car
back-
to the guy.
Oh
I
yeah,
dropped the
of
car
course,
to
yeah,
him.
okay, yeah.
We were coming back from France in my MR2.
You
We had
almost
the
dropped
roof
by
off
my
and everything.
second one as well, actually.
And who should we pass in the other lane? Who should we pass but Rowan Atkinson in his McLaren?
Oh,
And
we
we
throw
went
the dirt
past-
all over it. Throw the dirt all over
We
it.
went past
Have
in
you
the
seen
middle
the
lane,
video on
and it was in
YouTube?
traffic jam. And we went past in the middle lane that was just slightly moving a little bit faster than him. And everybody that was going past was going, "Oi, Bean! Skitwag!"
He has a terrible trouble.
Poor
I
bugger!
know,
And he was sat there in the middle of his car, you know, like a
Everybody shouts. People do shout.
Everyone was
Have you
shouting
seen the
at him.
YouTube video of the woman who's filming Rowan Atkinson driving along in his McLaren, and the kid is in the back seat of the car? She says, look, it's Mr. Bean, it's Mr. Bean. And he gets his teddy, and he puts on the he's driving along his teddy going, like this. And the kid's going, there's the
That surprises me.
He's not looking where he's going.
That
He's just
surprises
looking
me.
at the fucking thing.
That
I'm
surprises me
like,
because
yeah, I wonder how he wrote that off.
he did not look amused when all these people, all these football hooligans going past him shouting, "Oi, Bean!"
Well, he usually had it. He was
Why do people do that though? Why don't they just sort of go,
Why do people
"Oi, Rowan!"
Why
do they go, "Oi, Bean!"
Why do they throw Coke bottles at Ferraris? £100,000 Ferraris.
That's
That's
you.
driving it.
That's
What is that?
They're
Why
not
is
throwing
that?
it at the car, Steve. They're throwing it at you.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, you.
My wife
It's
was
the nut behind the wheel. They're not
You
so
always
impressed
put me
with.
right if I'm wrong.
His brother had an old XR3i convertible.
It was awful.
It was a
was a dog
old
car.
dog, but it looked nice. He
He'd give it to
you
his
sprayed
wife.
it up quite nicely, didn't you? It looked quite nice.
He did our best.
So I bought it off Roland for Tracy.
Why
And
did
she
you buy
had
that?
So anyway, I bought this car, and it was actually all right. It was actually, she loved it. And she had one day she had the roof down, and she had all the kids and their friends in the car on their way to the beach. And they had the music playing, and they had their bathing suits on, and they were getting ready for a good time. And they drove down through the middle of Chard and had to stop at the pedestrian lights.
Yeah.
And there was some junkie, some
Smelly person.
complete
yeah.
smegged out,
Yeah.
spanked out
Captain Crack Sparrow.
Captain Crack Sparrow walking down through
Have you
town.
not seen Captain Crack Sparrow?
Walking down through town
But
with
I'm
his,
getting my phone out. We need to let him watch
going
this.
down through town with his can of special brew.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oi, effing yuppies!" and throws his can of special brew at them.
That's what they do. That's what you have to accept.
But
that
the
if you
one,
have a
the
car.
one, the one at
They
the one at
wouldn't throw it at
Manicourt
you.
School was the best one,
They
though,
wouldn't
wasn't
throw
it?
it at you because you don't have
The
a
one at
passport.
Manicourt, there was a girl at Manicourt School. I'm coming up in my MR2, roof on, music playing, and this girl comes up. She comes up to the pedestrian crossing.
Captain Crack Sparrow for you.
Oh, I've seen that one. That's so cool.
Where the fuck's this?
Somewhere up north, buddy. I don't know where it was.
Look at you there. He's faced out of his head.
He's whacked
I'm
off
going
his head.
over. I'm no.
Somebody else has caught him as
He's whacked
well.
off his head, isn't he?
He's great. Where's that
Yeah,
gone?
Crack
Make it come
Sparrow.
back again. Make it come back again. Make it.
Do you want to see the second one or not?
Yeah, I've watched this one before.
I wanna show you guys a new one in a minute, and I think you're gonna bloody love it.
I love him. He's got one shoe on.
Oh yeah.
He's got two different shoes.
He's probably making a fortune out of that, more than what you're making out
Oh,
of
people are making a fortune out of it. The people who uploaded it.
Where's the second one?
Come and show me your brooms.
Oh, you've seen my brooms. There's nothing new about my brooms.
There he is again, look. Someone's window.
He's funny, isn't he? I wonder what he's like.
Takes all kinds, doesn't it?
Well, they say that about me, but I mean, it was just. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but that's because they don't know you, Steve.
There is a second one. I think this might play the second one in a minute. There he is again, look.
Space Cadet.
He's wonderful, isn't he?
He belongs in charge, doesn't he? He belongs in Dwelly Close, doesn't he?
He's great, isn't he? I love him.
I reckon he lives in Dwelly Close.
Right,
Well, he probably does live with Bloody Close.
I'm going to introduce you guys to a new one. This guy is also called Jim, and he is a farmer.
Who got him? Oh, yeah, there were no book wheels. He's off on one, isn't he? He's gone really bad. What's that called?
Brassic.
Brassic.
Brassic farmer.
Classic Farmer. What's that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oi, hold your tea up. Dribbling it all down me.
What's that little guy called?
Which little guy?
The one who looks like Jack Sparrow.
Crack Sparrow.
Oh, Captain.
Right,
Captain Crack Sparrow.
Right down. You got a pen. You got a pencil. A pen. You have a pen.
You can remember Captain.
I can't.
Captain Jack Sparrow, Captain
I
Crack
will
Sparrow.
never get it right. I'll never get it right.
Well, he's clearly on crack, so I mean, you can't really go too far wrong.
Where's? Have you got a pen? Please. Have you got a pen? Cracks.
Captain Crack Sparrow.
That'll wind my missus up like mad.
They look like one of her customers.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of her customers.
Oh God, don't start me. Don't start me on that. As long as they're good, well, good.
Is she
pay.
missing them? Is she missing them?
I don't know, but she's fucking filthy. Got more money than I got. Been charged some fucking fortune. I love that.
NPC walking as well.
What's that mean?
NPC walking. NPC
What's that mean?
walking. Non-player character walking. It's just it's
Just watch it,
generally
it's
drunk
fucking
people
hilarious.
or people high on crack.
NPC.
NPC walking.
NPC walking.
I was going to try and bring it up, but I can't